The frequency illusion, also known as the Baader-Meinhof phenomenon, is a cognitive bias in which a person notices a specific concept, word, or product more frequently after recently becoming aware of it. Why am I starting this video off with frequency illusion definitions? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's because today we're talking about something involving some serious cases of wild pattern recognition in a community slowly going to the depths of insanity. Now, about a month ago, I made a video where I talked about the Grand Theft Auto moon theory. And to give you an idea, I'm a huge Grand Theft Auto fan. I don't think this is a state secret for anybody. I am waiting for Grand Theft Auto 6 like millions of people. However, Grand Theft Auto 6 had a trailer released over a year ago at this point. And while the trailer was exceptionally amazing, showing us exactly what GTA 6 is going to have in terms of visuals, in terms of the amount of NPCs on the screens, in terms of Rockstar elevating their technology to another generational height that even their competitors are slowly catching up to, but not all the way there. So, since an entire year has passed, how much information do you think we have gotten about Grand Theft Auto 6 as fans of the franchise? The answer is a giant fucking goose egg, okay? We did not get 27 screenshots. We didn't even get 27 seconds of new footage. We didn't even get 27 extra characters tweeted out by Rockstar to at least showcase something else in this franchise. Yes, why am I using the number 27 so much, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it's because 27 is the magic number that is now the target of pattern recognition by the Grand Theft Auto community. Now look, it used to be the Arkham Asylum was the most dangerous community on all of Reddit, the infamous Madhouse, where again, they were showcasing things like Superman, man, woman, water guy, and flesh. And of course, this is part of the the Just Ice League. that just registered. But of course, these are people that, again, while they were also waiting for a new Arkham game, and I don't think the VR was necessarily all that exciting, this Madhouse has turned into a community of people sharing the most wild memes related to anything with Batman, okay? Or man, sorry. Are they dumb or are they stupid? The world may never know. But, you know, like other gaming franchises, Half-Life 3 is probably the closest in terms of insanity, where there are still people that somehow think Valve are going to make Half-Life 3. I'm going to just keep it level with you, okay? You're never getting Half-Life 3, okay? It's just not happening, all right? Okay? It is just never going to happen. If you keep sitting there and telling yourself that Valve is going to announce Half-Life 3 every year, you're just as delusional as Linux people when they believe it's going to be the year of the Linux desktop, okay? I'm delusional in a lot of ways, but even my delusion hits its limits when I think about Half-Life coming out. Now, if you're in the Grand Theft Auto community, we at least have a trailer. We at least have an acknowledgement. And while Grand Theft Auto says that they're going to release their game in 2025, I personally believe it might come in 2026. Hell, maybe 2027 for crying out loud. And the reason why I think 2026 most likely is in my head. I've already confirmed a delay, so if it does come out 2025, then I'm going to be actually excited. See, if you keep your expectations so low, you will never be disappointed in life. Now, where did the 27 theory kind of come from? Well, ladies and gentlemen, for individuals who are watching this entire situation, it all came from one Rockstar employee who actually received some merchandise, some merch to celebrate, I assume, GTA 6 kind of entering its final leg of development. So, of course, obviously you can see some of this sweatshirt action going on with Rockstar Games in a Vice City themed color design. There's a couple other goodies, but underneath this desk sat an entire page that people were really interested into. And of course, the further you went down into this page, you started to notice numbers like 1227. Oh my God, could that be December 27th? Is there something going on? There were other names like the Locus Artopuro Bay Hotel, and of course a number 8782979, which of course, according to an account known as GTA 6 Info, led people to uncover a possible connection to a dealership known as 27 Auto Sales, with of course a Waffle House nearby the location, a Waffle House that showcased in one of the leaks for Grand Theft Auto 6. So yeah, it's a little bit wild that Rockstar and of course the community would go out to this extent. Since then, the entire community has lost its shit and jumped into, again, the number 27. Now, I want to preface this and say, obviously, this is people just having fun. Look, we haven't gotten a trailer by Rockstar, and I'm firmly of the belief that we're never going to get a trailer, even on December 27th, okay? Because that's just how I roll, all right? Simple as that. If you keep your expectations so low, if Rockstar does release a trailer on the 27th, then congratulations, I get to smile. If not, at least I didn't try to delude myself into some false hope of reality. So, of course, there's other comical mentions from, accounts like Nick Tech. Great stuff from him, where again, he looks closer into the GTA trailer and finds the body cam section of the trailer, where again, the numbers 8 and 4 add up to the number 12, and 2, 3, 5, 8, 4, 5 add up to 27. Could that be December 27? I think I got to do the Jaguar math real quick on that. Let me check this real quick. 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 8 plus 4 plus 5. That is, in fact, 27. That is a little bit wild. But again, to go out down further into this situation, ladies and gentlemen, the amount of connections people made started to get really wild. So, for instance, ladies and gentlemen, do you remember the moon theory? Well, how long is a orbital period for a moon? What if I told you it's 27 days? Yeah, this is a little bit weird. One actual connection that I thought was a little fucking insane was this one right here. So Rockstar Games posts this little image right here. Now you might be like, whoa, this is nothing serious. This is actually drip feed announcements for Grand Theft Auto Online. So you can buy this Willard Outreach faction, okay? This cute little car. It's actually a nice car. I may buy it for like whatever millions of dollars it costs in Los Santos' most bloated economy. But if you look closely at the license plate 6DW31980, let's do a little mathematics on that one. So if you open up our good old calculator, we add the numbers 6 plus 3 plus 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 0, which you might as well not even add, but you hit equal. That is 20 fucking 7. Now, why is this such a huge deal? Well, because when Rockstar posted this to their own Instagram account, which as of now has only 27 posts, if you look at that license plate, why did they scratch them out from this post? Is it because they don't want people adding up the number 27? Now, Grand Theft Auto 6 is slated to take place in the state of Leonardo, which is based on Florida, with the main city being Vice City, based on Miami. Do you know which infamous U.S. route takes place all the way from Chicago, Illinois State, going all the way to the heart of Miami? Right here, ladies and gentlemen. If you guessed U.S. Federal Route 27, I think these patterns are a little more coincidental than one would think. What is the 27th most popular name in the world? It starts with a J. It's actually James. Oh, God, if it was Jason, I'd be creaming myself. Because, my God, I'm fucking going insane just researching this for the last few days. Now, what is in the 27th second of Grand Theft Auto 6's first trailer? These are just interesting cars at a car meet, okay? You got a bunch of NPCs just vibing. You got a helicopter in the distance. But this car, what's a decal? 27? We're fucking going crazy today, boys. What is the most popular monitor size? 24 inches, offering a good balance between screen real estate and desk space. However, oh man, it's everywhere, isn't it? Oh fuck. Let's look at Rockstar Games' oldest videos. They started with a bully trailer. Let's add up the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 25, 26, 27. Beaterator sessions. Jason is in one of the characters from GTA 6. Fucking kill me now, bitch! Now, it's interesting enough, if you go to that 27 auto sales and just drop a little pin down here, ladies and gentlemen, it gets even freakier. What is a 4-minute drive from 27 auto sales, ladies and gentlemen? It's none other than Jason's Deli. This one post from Apprehensive Bat actually asks, am I onto something or am I on something? So if you look very carefully, this is a screenshot from the trailer. Now, of course, Apprehensive Bat logs in quickly and notices the road sign. So 404 equals the number 8. That's true. 9 plus 7 equals 16. And the number 3. So if you do 8 plus 16, that goes down to 24. And you add 3, that goes to 27, dude! Somebody's hitting the meth pipe there. And yes, actually one user down here says, oh yeah, you're on the crack pipe. I think we're all on the crack pipe. One good actual cutscene from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas pretty much encapsulates this entire community and their rampant fucking psychoticness right now.
You know how many government satellites are watching any citizen at any moment?
No.
23. Do you know how many religious relics are kept at the Pentagon?
No, I don't.
23. You see a pattern emerging here, man?
Oh yeah. Oh, I see patterns. I see patterns everywhere, game. I get it. Now, Grand Theft Auto 6 is based on Jason and Lucia, who are supposed to be a Bonnie and Clyde style couple. Which shouldn't surprise you because Clyde Barrow and Bonnie Parker were gunned down on Highway 154 by 6 lawmen, ending a bloody 27-month chase. Oh boy, I want to die. Now, obviously, look, I'm just having fun over here, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of the community for Grand Theft Auto 6 have been pointing out some of these connections, and I feel like it was fun sharing this kind of stuff because honestly, look, maybe Rockstar is planning something on the 27th, and I'm just saying that because of the weird scratch-out license plate on their Instagram, because that is a level of fucking with the community that honestly I really respect. Okay, that is like very, very weird to see, okay? The fact that they only have, the fact that they decided to scratch those license plates out for whatever reason is beyond me. It was literally part of the art that they posted on, X, and they decided to remove that off Instagram, and I think they did it just to fuck with the community, not because there actually is anything coming out on December 27th. I think it just shows you how crazy the community is to just get any further information on Grand Theft Auto 6. Now, obviously, look, at the end of the day, I really feel like, as I get older, waiting for video games is not the biggest issue in the world. Look, Grand Theft Auto games have kind of stopped the frequency of release ever since GTA 4. It used to be back in the PlayStation 2 days. You got Grand Theft Auto 3. Vice City came pretty soon after it. San Andreas came even sooner. And of course, in between that, you got a whole bunch of other games and IPs that Rockstar played around with. Games like Manhunt, games like Bully. Games that probably will never see the light of day again because of the controversy they'll raise with Rockstar of today. But of course, in the process of all of this, I was replaying older Grand Theft Auto games just in the wait for GTA 6 because honestly, I want to 100% this entire franchise on a personal level before I decide to play something like GTA 6 or, in the process of waiting, I might as well do something worthwhile. So like the Metal Gear Solid video I made that was 2 hours long, I'm working on a GTA 4 video where I'm kind of going through that same level of research and analysis. And it's just playing a video game that was really near and dear to me back in the day in fresh eyes and a fresh perspective as I got older, just to see how these games hold up. So if you're interested in that kind of content, and I know that it's not the most popular kind of content to make on my channel, but honestly, with how well, in my opinion, the Metal Gear Solid 2 video did, where it almost has, from now, gotten 200,000 views, which is insane in my opinion that many people wanted to jump in and watch a guy talk about Metal Gear Solid. But yeah, I want to cover GTA 4 in a similar vein. But obviously, Grand Theft Auto 4 was kind of the first game for Rockstar where, if you really look at it, San Andreas and GTA 4 had a 4-year gap between releases, but the difference, the jump in quality was insane. GTA San Andreas, which for its time on the PlayStation 2 had an entire state. You had you had Los Santos, San Fierro, and Las Venturas, 3 big cities, 3 decent-sized cities, and 2 biomes to basically drive around in. Well, obviously, GTA San Andreas map is not mind-bogglingly crazy big anymore. It's actually insane how Rockstar made that game feel like an entire adventure with how they designed the map, how they connected the roads, how they basically had players run through a city or run through the entire state in a circular fashion and made you feel like you were on this crazy massive adventure. And of course, the story was amazing to boot. But when GTA 4 was coming just down the road with the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3, we're talking about a game that looked generationally different. Lighting was going beyond the roof. The characters looked far detailed than before. I mean, even screenshots of Grand Theft Auto 4 that you can see right now are just absolutely amazing. I mean, sure, the game might not be the prettiest looking title, but remember, this is a 2008 Xbox 360 game, and they were able to eke out this level of quality that early in that system's lifespan. And of course, they released GTA 5 around 5 years later, where again, once they got in a hold of this technology that they developed, they started to make the maps bigger. They also developed games like Red Dead Redemption, where they also tried their hands at working with storylines and cinematics at a much more deeper level. The GTA 4 story, as I replay it, is something that is absolutely aged like fine wine. The cutscenes, the actual dialogue, the gameplay even, which again isn't traumatically wild, it's still crazy how much GTA 4 still holds up. And the open world design of Rockstar is absolutely unmatched. I mean, even if you load up games like GTA 5 to this day, which at the core is a PlayStation 3 game, just the ambiance, the life of the city is almost unmatched by even their competitors. It doesn't really even feel like you're playing a video game. You're playing an actual world that in of itself is a character, right? You're playing a world where NPCs have their own lives, their own pieces of dialogue. You know, if you play GTA 5, portions of the city feel dramatically different in ambiance. Areas like Vinewood feel dramatically different than areas like South Los Santos. Even the audio and the ambiance that builds through it is completely different all the way through. And the same goes for games like Grand Theft Auto 4, where Liberty City has its own identity depending on which borough you're in or which part of the city you drive through. And of course, even games like Red Dead Redemption 2, where Rockstar again blew up their cinematic design without ever relying on crazy things like parody for GTA. They went with a mature story that they told in an absolutely brilliant fashion. And of course, a world that feels incredibly lived in. Now, ever since I saw the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer, I have but a few things that I really want out of it. I really do want Grand Theft Auto 6 to have multiple cities. Given that they've, in their advertising, talked about the state of Leonida, I'm excited to see with this new hardware and the new technology that they're playing around with on the PS5 and the Xbox Series systems, that now that they really have a massive, quite a big generational leap from the PS3, that we're able to get not just Vice City, but maybe another extra city that maybe might not be as big, tossed in as well. I think one of the biggest drawbacks to me on Grand Theft Auto 5 was the fact that while Los Santos was pretty nice and detailed, I really felt like a whole chunk of the map above it was honestly too much. It was too much wilderness, and it really wasn't utilized all that well for even the single player. There was a whole chunk of it that really just felt unnecessary. I mean, honestly, even the mountainous areas of Grand Theft Auto 5 didn't feel like they had much involvement in the actual game. I only really recall one or two missions where I honestly felt like I was in that area to begin with. But beyond all of that too, with GTA 6, I really do hope that A, I'll be going to multiple cities and there's going to be a lot of interesting in-between countryside. Because look, I don't think there's any excuse. Rockstar finally has all of the crazy technology they need to render an amazing city. And they've kind of shown it with the trailer. I want this to be a game where I drive through Vice City and I can feel a massive amount of NPCs, a lot of cars. I want this world to feel so immersive that just the mere act of driving through it is going to be enough to satiate me. One of my favorite things to do in Grand Theft Auto, not just play the single player, is just driving my vehicle around. And honestly, to this day, even playing GTA Online and just seeing the life in Los Santos is pretty awesome. So I want to be able to rip through the entire world of Leonida with my supercar, and especially in the online front with my friends whenever that ends up dropping. And obviously the GTA community is going out of their way to create amazing content that is actually making its way to the big screen. For instance, Grand Theft Hamlet, for anybody that doesn't know, is actually making its way a feature documentary about two out-of-work actors attempting the impossible task of mounting a full production of Hamlet inside Grand Theft Auto, shot entirely in-game. And I shit you not, if you actually look at the trailer to this that came out about a month ago, they actually do have this going to theatrical release. Like, they actually recorded what is fucking machinima. It's interesting that something like Arby and the Chief or Red versus Blue was something that only was viewed by thousands of people in old school YouTube. And now, actual machinima like Grand Theft Auto or Grand Theft Hamlet is fucking making its way to the big screen. Like a theatrical release with awards and shit. That's fucking insane. There's amazing creators like Dark Space who have actually produced like content, and in collaboration with other like people in the community has actually made the GTA 6 Leonida map in GTA 5. Now obviously this isn't the actual map entirely. This is a big project that was actually built off of the work done by the mapping communities for GTA 6. Remember, with one trailer, the entire community was able to build some level of a speculative map. So you've got Vice City, you've got other areas just built off of, again, people looking at one trailer and trying to geomap the entire like city based off of, again, one fucking trailer. And of course, this map can then be injected into, from my understanding, 5M, where you can fly through and get some idea of the scale of what the community thinks GTA 6 is going to be. Now, I tried to play around with this map a little bit by injecting it into a custom 5M server. It didn't really work for me. I tried putting it into an actual map editor. Nothing was really working, so unfortunately I wasn't able to capture any of this footage for myself or really play around with it, but it is something that I'm going to attempt playing with at some point in the future. And maybe down the road, depending on how Rockstar might treat this legally, it might be worth putting it on a server and letting you guys even jump into it down the road. Now, look, I think waiting for games is pretty awesome, right? I think with games like Grand Theft Auto 6 that are going to be generationally like defining masterpieces, it's understandable why waiting for them is a thing, all right? It's games like this and games like Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty that only come every once in a while, where, again, it really feels like the community put together a game, or really the developers put together an amazing game that is reflective of not just video games, but the technology powering them enhancing, right? It used to be a while ago that the biggest story in a video game was a princess being stolen, was a princess being kidnapped and moving from castle to castle. But in a span, a very short span, like we're talking 30 years, less than that, it went to stories where we talk about things like American immigration and the American dream and the pursuit of happiness in games like Grand Theft Auto 4, told in a mature way that people who honestly used to think video games were just for kids could finally look at them as artistic mediums that can tell really mature, gripping stories. We went to a point where people watch shows like The Sopranos to experiencing something heavily inspired by it in Grand Theft Auto 5. The Grand Theft Auto Moon conspiracy was one thing, but the 27 conspiracy, it's hitting my head. Honestly, I'm seeing patterns everywhere. My brain is turning to fucking mush. To be real with you, if nothing happens on the 27th of December, that's fine. That's okay. But if something does happen, then I'm going to be the happiest motherfucker because at least I get to see trailer 2 for Grand Theft Auto 6. But hopefully we'll be playing this game in 2027. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike if you dislike, and I am out.